Final lesson of Module 2. We've covered how AI reads your content: token, embedding, attention, generation. This lesson zooms out. How does your content actually reach AI in the first place? The answer: two completely different channels. Parametric memory,
baked into the model during training, frozen at cutoff, and RAG, real-time retrieval, open book exam, queried fresh on every question. Understanding the distinction between these two channels is the single most important prerequisite for doing GEO well. They have different timelines, different strategies, different priorities. This lesson covers both, then drills into the 6-step RAG pipeline, the primary battlefield, where your content either gets cited or gets eliminated. 2 channels, 2 characters. Parametric memory is baked into the model at training time, like decades of reading, accumulated into common sense. 3 characteristics. 1. Frozen at cutoff date. 2. Broad, but not deep. 3. Users cannot modify it in real time. Time to results, measured in months to years. Primary strategy: get cited by independent authoritative sources consistently across time. Now, RAG, Retrieval-Augmented Generation, is real-time. The model searches external sources at query time, pulls fresh content into the context window, generates an answer on top. Time to results, measured in weeks to months. Primary strategy: be crawlable, be chunkable, be semantically self-contained, be data-backed. For most teams, RAG is where the bulk of your GEO effort should go. It responds faster, it has higher leverage, and it's the primary channel for today's AI products. Parametric memory work matters too, but it's a long-term investment, measured in months and years, not the first place to spend your resources. When AI uses RA, 6 steps happen before your content can be cited. And if you get eliminated at any step, you don't appear in the answer. Here are the 6. Step 1. Query understanding and rewriting. The system interprets intent, expands, and rewrites the user's question. Step 2. Query vectorization. The rewritten query becomes a vector in semantic space. Step 3. Vector retrieval. The system compares the query vector to all indexed content chunks and returns the top n closest. Step 4. Re-ranking. A more precise model rescores those top n candidates and picks the final winners. Step 5. Context injection. Winning chunks get injected into the model's context window. Often, higher scoring chunks are placed earlier. Step 6. Response generation. The model generates a natural language answer using injected chunks, plus parametric memory. Every step is a potential elimination point, and every step also has a corresponding content action. Zoom in on how chunking works. RAG systems don't index whole pages. They slice pages into chunks, usually along HTML structure. H2, H3, paragraph. Each chunk gets vectorized and indexed independently. When retrieval runs, your chunk competes alone, without its surrounding context. Here's the consequence. Take a bakery page. Paragraph A says, "We offer 2 sizes of custom cakes." Paragraph B says, "The former is perfect for small gatherings. The latter suits parties of 10 or more." When paragraph B gets chunked alone, the former and the latter have lost their reference. AI cannot understand this chunk. Now flip the rewrite. Paragraph B becomes, "The 8-inch cake serves 4 to 6 people, priced at $35. The 12-inch cake serves 10 plus, priced at $55. Now the chunk stands alone, comprehensible, quotable. This is the first principle of GEO content writing. Every paragraph must be semantically self-contained. No pronouns pointing outside the chunk. No the former. No as mentioned above. The chunk must carry its own subject, its own numbers, its own conclusion. Step 3. Vector retrieval answers the question, can you be found? It compares semantic distance between the user's query vector and all chunk vectors in the index, returns top n closest. 2 implications. First, semantic matching now dominates. Home renovation company and home remodeling service sit close in vector space. A user query for one can retrieve a page using the other. Second, many systems run hybrid retrieval, combining vector search with BM25 keyword matching as a safety net. So natural keyword coverage still matters, even if keyword stuffing doesn't. Now step 4. Re-ranking. Answers. Are you good enough to survive? A more precise model scores each top n chunk on information density, authority signals, query match, and completeness. Here's the contrast. Low score chunk. Listen, we are a professional home improvement service company committed to providing high-quality renovation experiences. Trusted by clients, we are your ideal choice. Zero data, pure marketing fluff, high-score chunk, full-service renovation pricing, $150 to $200 per square foot. For modern minimalist, $200 to $350. For contemporary luxury, 2024 major metro average. Timeline, 60 to 75 days. For 1,000 square feet, FSC certified lumber. Low VOC paint under 50 grams per liter, according to a 2024 industry research report. Full-service contracts remain a major service model in the residential renovation market. A quick note, the numbers in this example are illustrative. When applying this pattern in your own content, replace them with verified data from a named source. Same topic, completely different fate in re-ranking. After re-ranking, the top K chunks get injected into the model's context window as reference material. Here's where lost in the middle returns. In many systems, higher scoring chunks get placed earlier in the context window, and earlier positions get utilized more effectively by the model. So even if your chunk squeezed through re-ranking, it might land mid-context and get underused. Newer models are mitigating this, but don't bet on it. The strategy stays the same. Win as high a re-ranking score as possible. So your chunk lands in the start or end high attention zone. Then step 6. The model generates a natural language response using injected chunks plus parametric memory. Depending on the AI product, citations may be explicit attribution or implicit incorporation. Either way, you can only be cited if you survived all 6 steps. Theory covered. Now real data. The author of this book ran a controlled before and after test using a standardized question library of over 1,000 queries, 4 actions. Ensure core pages were crawlable by AI. Build independently adoptable answer blocks. Near the top of key pages, attribute key data to sourced authorities and deploy schema-structured data. The result: source adoption rate rose from 8% to 38%. 3 findings worth internalizing. First, execution order matters more than individual tactics. Fixing technical visibility first. JavaScript rendering. Robots.txt didn't move the citation rate directly, but without it,
everything else is wasted. Content optimization came second.
And that's where the biggest jumps appeared. Second, results vary by AI product. Some platforms showed notably stronger lifts than others. Don't monitor just one. Third, separately, published research on AI channel traffic quality consistently points the same way. SEMrush data shows AI channel conversion rates, averaging 4.4 times organic search. Seer Interactive recorded a ChatGPT referral conversion rate of 15.9% versus 1.76% for Google Organic. AI channels are under 1% of total traffic today, but per visit intent is much higher. A specific test environment. The 8 to 38 figure isn't a guaranteed return for every industry, but the tactics are universal. Module 2 closes here. You now understand why every GEO technique in Modules 3 through 6 exists. Every tactic ahead is a direct consequence of what you learned. Tokens, embeddings, attention, generation, chunking, vector retrieval, re-ranking. 3 closing actions. 1. Chunkability audit. Pick 5 random paragraphs from your core pages. Cover the surrounding text. Read each one alone. If it doesn't make sense in isolation, rewrite it to be semantically self-contained. 2. Competitor citation analysis. Take your 5 core keywords. Query each one in ChatGPT and Perplexity. Record which competitors' content gets cited. Note what their content structure looks like. 3. Establish your baseline. Pick 10 core questions. Query each across ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini. Record the percentage of times your brand appears. This is your GEO starting point. Every future optimization measures against it. Module 3 starts next. Technical visibility. The entry ticket to GEO.